me. I'm in the zone. Competition's none in a league of my own.
Thank God.
Now, little bird, you're all right.
I am not your little princess. I am Daenerys Stormborn of the blood of old Valyria, and I will take what is mine. With fire and blood, I will take it.
Yes, my lady, but not with my ships.
We'll see about that.
Where are you going, girl?
The armory, my lord.
Why?
Lord Tywin sent me.
What might this be?
Lord Tywin gave it to me.
What for?
To take to the armory.
Why would he do that? Let's go and ask him.
Get out of the way! How dare you! It's on your ass! Come on, keep moving. Work together. No.
She's looking for one of those. She's got to do something, man, before Tywin finds out. Oh yes, that's it.
The girl has named a second name. The man will do what must be done.
Now!
A girl cannot tell a man when exactly he must do a thing. A man cannot make a thing happen before it's time.
But he's going to tell Tywin he's getting away. It has to be now.
What?
God!
That's impeccable. This is the most awkward thing.
Think they're out looking for you.
Yes.
Think they'll find you.
Yes.
You're brave. Stupid, but brave.
We start again at first light, get some sleep. Stop moving.
I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Stop it.
I mean, he's already got the rope.
Was I? Oh, I didn't notice that time.
I told you never trust a Greyjoy.
I must go north at once.
There's still a war to win, your grace.
How can I call myself king if I can't hold my own castle? How can I ask men to follow me if I can't?
You are a king. And that means you don't have to do everything yourself.
Let me go and talk to Theon. There will be no talk. He will die for this.
Theon holds the castle with a skeleton crew. Let me send word to my bastard at the Dreadfort. He can raise a few hundred men and retake Winterfell before the new moon. We have the Lannisters on the run. If you march all the way back north now, you lose what you gained. My boy would be honored to bring you Prince Theon's head.
Tell your son Bran Rickon's safety is paramount. And Theon, I want him brought to me alive.
I want to look him in the eye and ask him why, and then I'll take his head myself.
That's Ned Stark
On Earth,
embodiment
I trust
right
the word
there.
of a lying...
Uh-oh. Everyone has a weakness, man. It's with sex.
And where are you going?
I have something for you from Prince Theon.
What?
Me? He says I'm to make the rounds. And keep you warm.
Khaleesi, that a righteous man would condemn. And here I am, with no regrets.
What the fuck?
Bar the gates! Ring the bell!
What?
Slowly, Khaleesi!
What the fuck happened?
Where are they?
Oh my god.
Where are my dragons?
Jorah. Where's the... Is that fucking Jorah? Well, do we have some things to talk about. What a freaking episode that was. And you're probably like, oh my god, this dude just dyed his hair in between the episode and this. Yeah, I did. I did dye my hair, just tried something new, going a little Targaryen, if you know what I mean. But what an episode. I took some time to reflect on some of my notes. Also, when I watched the episode, it's pretty late at night. So just wanted to, you know, take some time and recuperate a little bit. But we definitely got some things to talk about. Not as much as you might think, just because so many things happened this episode. It was almost like, not noteworthy, it wasn't noteworthy, like it was, they were big things that happened, but I just need to watch and absorb them rather than decipher them, because a lot of things there's nothing to decipher, it's just happening, right? So there's that. First thing I want to talk about is, well, we got a lot to talk about regarding Theon. As far as my quick overview for the episode, what I'll say is it was one of the better executed episodes I've seen throughout the series. And it was crazy. It was fast-paced. It was fast-paced, and I liked it. I like the slow pace. I like the fast-paced episodes. They are all great. So it was a good episode. Very exciting. Kept me on edge the whole time, and it's really just adding to my uncertainty for the series. And you know, that's a good thing. If I was able to predict everything, I wouldn't like the show. So let's talk about something though. Bran, when he is first confronted by Theon, Theon's like, hey, this is our town now, give it up. Bran's just like, no, I'm not gonna. Nope. And that's pretty freaking cool. It says a lot about Bran and who he is, and then Theon talks to him, he's like, hey, your people are gonna die, you're gonna be responsible for that, something to that extent, if you don't do this. And that's when Bran finally gives in, because he doesn't want any of his people to get hurt, so that shows his selflessness. He was willing to die for that city. As just a little kid, I think. So, or maybe he knew that Theon wouldn't kill him, because there's no way Theon was going to kill Bran. I don't think he would have been. Anyways, let's just move on to Theon. The big thing that happened this episode is Theon. So, the first thing I want to touch on is his reluctance to do this. You can see it. He's a very good actor. believe it's Alfie Allen. I know his first name's Alfie because it's a pretty distinct first name, but he's a great actor. I know I could tell in his acting that the character really was not interested in doing any of this, so he portrayed that well in the way he talked to Bryn, where he's kind of putting on the bravado, and then he kind of like, okay, listen, dude, you got to do this, otherwise I'm going to have to do something bad, okay? So really, I don't think he wanted to do any of this, but he was forced to. And when he was forced to kill Roderick, oh man, sad stuff. But some comparisons I do want to bring up about that scene is, "I'll do it." That's a line we see said 3 times throughout this episode. We hear him say, "I'll do it." We hear Jon Snow say, "I'll do it," when he's talking about the wildling they captured. And we also see Robb Stark telling how he is going to be the one to kill Theon Greyjoy after he catches him. Those 3 things are really important to know, that they'll do it because you all know they were raised by Ned Stark. They all take accountability. They all do what needs to be done. Theon, not so much. He does, but not so much, because that's another thing in the storytelling. They don't have to tell him, like, I don't want to do this. When he goes in to kill Roderick, I believe his name's Roderick. Sorry if I get that wrong. Don't slaughter me too much. But when he goes to kill him, you see how many whacks it takes with that sword. And sure, it might not be a strong enough sword, but just the brutality of that shows that he did not necessarily want to do that. And he didn't go as swift as he needed to. And we see the same thing with Jon, right? He misses. Now, it may not have been intentional, but sometimes our body or our subconscious makes us do things because we're not ready to do that yet. Ned was ready, and I think we're going to see Robb is ready to do that as well. And we'll see what happens, but I think he will kill Theon Greyjoy eventually. Hopefully not soon, because I enjoy watching his character act, but at the same time, I hate what his character is doing to my favorite characters. So, double-edged sword there, but great stuff with Theon. Just got to compliment Alfie's acting one more time here. Just as someone who studies acting and appreciates good acting, he is beyond good, and just so happy to see more and more actors in this show spring up to me, right? Because we have Brienne, who's a great actress. All the characters are great actors, and Theon is definitely the standout actor of this season. Maybe Peter Dinklage's Tyrion is there too, but I have a feeling that any season he's in, he's gonna be pretty fucking good, and excuse my language. So, yeah, that's what I have on Theon. The big point I wanted to make about that is just like, I'll do it. All 3 of them took accountability. They'll do it. Now, Theon had to be coaxed into it a little bit, but that shows that they're all raised by Ned Stark, in my opinion. My very humble opinion. Let's talk about Tywin now. Now, Tywin is interesting because I keep getting put in this situation where I do not like the Lannisters. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I'm sure you do. I don't like them. I like Tyrion. That's about it. I don't like the Lannisters, though. I like Tywin more than I like Cersei and Joffrey. I really don't like Joffrey. Cersei I can level with on some levels, but really don't like the Lannisters. But the show does a good job of making us realize that we're all human, right? Because Tywin, I don't know who he's talking to, but he says, if you ever do anything to put my son in danger again, or put my son's life at risk again, I'll kill you. Is he really, like, the Lannisters have different ways of handling things, and that's what makes them more evil than the Starks, per se. But really, their motivations are similar. Because although the Lannisters are more concerned with power, really, I think number 1 for Tywin is family. I think he's more worried about his son than anything else. So, it's just an interesting food for thought for those of you Lannister haters out there. I'm sure you've gotten farther into the season, and they've either done more things to make you like them or more things to make you hate them. So, it's hard to think on it. But, maybe it's hard to get. It's easy to get in these preconceived notions because I get so emotionally attached to characters when I watch well-developed shows like this. But the Lannisters, I can definitely see, just like any good villain or a really bad guy in a show, if I do consider them the antagonist of the show, I can see where they could be considered not bad, or they could, they have good motivations at some point. So, interesting. Okay, this is just an interesting thought, and you guys are probably gonna laugh when I explain this theory to you. But or you'll just tell me what it is, or you'll just let me figure it out. Either one. But Sansa's called Little Bird by the Hound. I think Cersei calls her that too. But let's just forget about that for now. Calls her Little Dove, but the Hound calls Sansa. Did I say Sansa? Sansa's called Little Bird by the Hound. The Hound calls her that. Once he rescues her from the rapist in this episode, he calls her that. I had this thought. So Littlefinger is still a very mysterious character, right? Now, his own sigil is a mockingbird. Follow me here, because you're either going to get some real good laughs out of this, or you're going to think I'm a genius. So we'll figure out which one. Maybe I'll be onto something, but I doubt it. But my thought was, he calls her Little Bird. Little Bird. And Littlefinger's sigil is the mockingbird. Maybe, just maybe, we see the Hound. He does not agree with everything Joffrey does. Obviously, we've seen that in his character this whole time. Every time Joffrey does something questionable, the camera always goes to the Hound. I notice this, and we show him. He gives like a grimace or like a look of, oh shit, right? Now, maybe hear me out here. The Hound isn't there to protect Joffrey, but rather to protect Sansa for Littlefinger, because Littlefinger knows to get Catelyn, he needs to make sure Sansa is safe. That's my theory. And the little bird thing might be like a hint, because Littlefinger's thing is the mockingbird. So I don't know. Just a thought. I'm sure you guys are all laughing at me, but it's okay. Oh, Daenerys. I got some good notes on her, and holy shit, the end of that episode, right? But nonetheless, Daenerys. I just picked up something on her character here, and it's her confidence. She has some fantastic confidence. The way she talks when she's bartering, like, I am the mother of dragons, you're going to treat me like the mother of freaking dragons, and you're going to give me these ships, or I'll come back and I will tear your asses up. She's got great confidence. I never got that about her character, but it really showed in that scene, and we get some really fantastic acting there, so I want to point that out. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is Tywin and Arya. They've got an interesting dynamic going, and I'm just curious to see how it ends, because I know Arya has a bitter hatred for Tywin, and I just want to see how it plays out. And I also, does Tywin know? He's got to know to me. I think Tywin knows that it's Arya the whole time, and he's going to be using that in his favor, but I think Arya is going to outsmart him somehow, which is crazy because Tywin's a very intimidating figure. But really, guys, I know it wasn't a lot of notes, but that's really just about all I have for you. Like I said, this will probably be a 2-part reaction just because so much stuff happened in it. Most of the stuff you need to know about the big scenes in this, like the final scene. Let's talk about the final scene actually while we're here. Where's Jorah? Right? Is Jorah the guy with the crowd? What is happening? That's the thing. That's why I was so excited for the Daenerys storyline. Not only because I'm a Targaryen now, but because it's like, I have no clue what the freaking hell is going on. I'm trying to cut down on the swearing. And then freaking hell isn't that much better. But anyways, I got better vocab than that. I should use it. I sound like a teacher or a mom. Okay. Anyways, I'm just like, she gets raided, her people are killed, and her dragons are stolen. Who has a motivation to steal her dragons? Is it one of the 13? Is it the guy she just insulted? Is he scared that those dragons are going to come back and burn down his city? Is that what is happening? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's happening. All I know is that Jorah's supposed to be protecting her. Or is he on some secret mission that I don't know about? He's actually a bad guy, but he's not. I know he's not a bad guy. He can't be a bad guy. He's Jorah. So, I don't know. We got to jump into that next episode. I've waited way too long to watch it. We're going to be getting into it here, so, you know, but just an interesting episode with a lot of action, a lot of fast-paced stuff in it. So, you'll see most of that in the reaction. If I have to break it up into 3 parts, it'll be broken up into 3 parts, trust me. So, you'll see most of what I have to talk about in the reaction. So, I apologize for the little shorter in-depth area, but I think we got some good discussion going. about what's his nuts? Theon. Jeez. I'm a little slow today, apparently. But anyways, we got a really good discussion in about Theon and Jon and Robb and their relation to Ned Stark. And that was something I think that could have gotten lost on some people. So that was one of my favorite parts of the episode in between all the action. Also, one thing I want to just hit on here is we see Bran and the guys and Hodor escaping. Like, what? Is Robb sending people there, I believe, right? So what the hell's going to happen? That's interesting. If I had to make a prediction, I don't know, man. Is that what episode 9 is? Because episode 9 is supposed to be the banger, right? Is Robb going to be there killing Theon? I guess we'll find out. But, yeah, just an interesting scene there in the way the wildling girl, gosh, Ophelia, jeez, what's her name? I know this one, you know who I'm talking about, Bran's little lady wildling pal. She uses Theon's weakness against him, his weakness for sex, to escape and save him. And you know, I knew the whole time, even when she was like, oh, I want to get a job with you, that she was there to protect Bran. Always got that motherly vibe about her. So, good scene. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out and what's going to happen with Bran. Bran's got a very interesting story going on that I can't wait to dive deeper into. And he's a little bit of a fortune teller, apparently, with his dreams. And also the three-eyed raven. Let's try to figure that out soon. Please, Game of Thrones. Please, because I dream about that damn thing. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But, anyways, guys, I'm going to be out of here, I think. We're going to be watching another episode here. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Closing in on the end of Season 2, folks. So I'm excited. I'm also nervous. Yeah. Anyways, peace and love. I'm out of here. Fuck. Stepped on that thing. Alright. No, but for real. I'm gonna be going. So, enjoy the rest of your night, people.
I've been busy working all night, and I'm telling everybody I'ma get it right. They know what I'm living like. I've been busy going all out.